is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness. Sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champions, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Rebels will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll give it to the back. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship, Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Steps away. Bought a little time, lets him go. Fires to the big fella. Snowed under by the defense.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open, good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll run it to the right. Got enough for the first. Turns it on at midfield. There he goes. He's at the touchdown Bulldogs. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. White going to attack through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. A run for the quarterback. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. The give out of the gun. Fighting off the defender. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Riley. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. White wants to throw it. He's got it inside the 15. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Powers forward. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal.
Interesting play call for this offense, man. A slow developing screen on a 3rd and short when a defense is a little bit aggressive and it doesn't work. And it's easy to question after the fact, obviously, right, guys? Like, it didn't work, but I don't love that play call when I know a defense will be really aggressive on 3rd and short.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
They'll go to the toss. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Got it, looking for the first down. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Georgia looking to convert this fourth down. A designed run for the quarterback. Breaks into the open. Inside the touchdown, Georgia. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback will keep it. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. This quarterback part of their running game. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Off the play play fake on first down. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Just going to keep it after the snap. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. White going to attack through the air. Buys a little extra time. Hit as he throws.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play, because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Working that left side now. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring your running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
They've got it down to the 32, 1st and 10 coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Hard running there. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Line getting set on 2nd down. The give on the inside. Just ran over it. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And the Rebels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the ball's out there after it. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. White wants to throw it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Twelfth play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're thrown incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to put it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Georgia sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Rebels! Special teams proving to be special.
Well, they needed a momentum-shifting play. Playing at home, they're able to get the punt return and take it the distance. Pollock, he made one guy miss, and it was off to the races.
Great job. Secure the catch, make the guy miss, get towards that sideline, and just use your speed and get to the end zone. What a great game-changing play, and this place is going bananas.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
The Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looks as if he's going to run it. There he goes. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Casey. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab outside. It's Stone. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Newton. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Lot of room to the right. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Snap coming before halftime. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Fights off a defender. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. and he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, Dave.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help some, alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
To the ground with the back. Makes it past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Toss sweep to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. Hard-hitting tackle.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He'll take it himself. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
First and goal, Georgia.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. They're trailing by just 2 to Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last drive ended with a pick, vitally important to take care of the football this time. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. White going to attack through the air. Bringing the heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 25. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more strength.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. White wants to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the run deep down the right side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And here comes the offense on second down. Off play action. He's going to fire deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This pass rush is real, man. They forced the quarterback. They flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Oh, he's got some space. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Quarterback keeps it. Ball is loose. Offense scoops it up and still going. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
On the move. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. On the run, it's Hill. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Chains now on second and long. Motion from the wideout. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
A nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Well, they weren't going to give him a chance this time. They just punted that thing toward the sideline. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. White going to attack through the air. Takes the easy one to the back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Wants to throw on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The give and tick, 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 tick. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
Snap to the back. Across the 25. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This is a designed run. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And you could tell that the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Let's see what they do on third down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a fourth down.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And it looks as if they're going to try field goal. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming.